Hey everybody, it's another Monday, and whether you're tuning in during your commute, your coffee break, or a quiet moment just for you, welcome back to Poised for Purpose. I'm your host, Tabitha J, brand strategist, speaker, etiquette and event coach, and your go-to for aligning identity with influence. Today we're going to dive back into episode 3. Stop asking for permission to be who you already are. But for part 2, we're going to call this one From Polite to Powerful, the Etiquette of Confidence. Because last week we tackled the root, the mindset shift. And this week we're going to unpack the walk, what it looks like to show up with presence and conviction and quiet confidence with no permission slip required. Let's get into it. So when I first started teaching etiquette classes, I thought we'd spend most of our time on things like how to hold a class and how to introduce yourself and how to sit in a meeting or in a boardroom. The outward things, right? But what surprised me, we couldn't even touch the forks nor the formalities until we dealt with, get this, identity. Because so many people, especially young professionals and ministry leaders and women pivoting into purpose, they came in believing that etiquette meant being false or being fake. They saw poise as a performance. They thought it was just about putting on. And I had to literally stop and say, wait, this is not about pretending. This is about being centered. True etiquette, the kind that aligns with purpose, doesn't require a mask. It requires self-awareness. And it's not about becoming someone else. It's about being fully present as yourself and knowing how to navigate with grace. Now, in parallel, let's talk confidence. Real confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's not walking in with your resume on your sleeve. It's walking in with peace, with a knowing, with quiet clarity that says, I don't need to prove anything. I'm already aligned. And when you're really walking in your identity, you don't shrink, but you don't need to shout either. You just show up. Grounded, clear, effective. People tend to confuse etiquette with restriction, but me, I see it as power. It's how you hold space, how you respond, how you lead, and not just with posture, but with presence. The kind of presence that shifts rooms without needing to dominate them. So if you've ever felt like you had to choose between being bold or being polite, here's your reminder. You can be gracious and grounded. You can be humble and unshakable. You don't have to shrink to be received. You don't need to announce your worth. You just need to know it. There is power in showing up whole. There's power in being aware, prepared, and poised without pretending. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You just need to be present in who you are. And listen, success, it's not loud. For me, I define true success as peace. Because when I'm aligned, I don't need the noise. I've got the knowing. And we'll talk more about that in an upcoming episode. If this episode gave you that nudge, that mirror that you needed, or that permission that you didn't even know you needed, share it. Text it to someone who's been shrinking in rooms they were born to lead in. Tag me on Instagram at the Tabitha J and let me know what hit home. And don't forget to subscribe, because next week we're digging into what it really means to lead from a place of conviction and not chaos. I'm Tabitha J, and this is Poised for Purpose. Stay poised, stay purposeful, and it will be powerful.